You are now joined with Murdoc.
Murdoc, what is going on?
Murdoc, are you not there?
Murdoc, where are you?
He's not actually here at the moment. I'll just grab him and bring him in.
Okay, cool.
Ha ha.
Murdoc Nichols.
Yeah, the very same.
How you living today?
I'm good, man. Where are you?
I'm in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. My name is The Fish.
Mate, I'm sorry, haven't been introduced. I'm Murdoc. What's your name?
I am The Fish.
The Fish. That's even better. I'm liking it. Were you christened The Fish?
I was christened The Fish. That's my real name.
I think that's quite appropriate. The old vicar must have said, I named this child The Fish.
Yes. Had some hippie parents.
Oh, mate, I can tell. It's like, actually, the best name was Moon Unit. Yeah.
The Zappas.
Yeah.
But don't they have another? They have some weird names in that whole family, though.
Moon Unit. I mean, you're going to get some stick at school, I think, for that,
Probably so.
There goes Moon Unit.
Murdoc.
Is he waxing or is he waning? Sorry.
Murdoc, anyway, where you at, man? What's going on?
Me? I'm just hanging, and just chilling out in the old London town, where I love it here. It's great, It's my spiritual home,
You guys have a book coming out. It came out this past week. It's called The Gorillaz, The Rise of the Ogre. It's all about your band, The Gorillaz, which you say that you are the leader of The Gorillaz. Is that correct?
Well, no, I am. I mean, I also say it, but I am.
You are the leader of The Gorillaz.
Yeah, of course. I got the whole thing together. If it wasn't for me, I don't think it would have happened. No, I don't want to be egotistical about it, but
you got to tell it like it is. You know what I
mean? Fish. We've got to tell it like it is, and I think your listeners deserve. Baton Rouge, down in Louisiana there.
Yeah, right outside of New Orleans, about an hour away from New Orleans.
How is it there, man? You all right? Is it all okay?
It's going well, man. We're coming back. New Orleans is coming back strong. Baton Rouge is doing fine.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. I don't think we got a handle, really, on what it was like. Over here, it's kind of difficult,
It was crazy, man.
But mate, I can imagine.
But speaking of crazy, you guys have had a crazy past few years with the Gorillaz, man. Did you ever think the Gorillaz would reach the level that they've reached?
No, well, not at all. But yes, no, I did. I've just contradicted myself. That was the whole point in writing the book. Really, was putting it all down into one sort of volume. That's why it's so big.
Yeah, it's a big book.
Yeah, it's a big book. It's like it's like a coffee table. It is like a coffee table.
Have you read the whole thing?
Without legs, you can put legs on it and make a coffee table. Have I read the whole thing? Well, yes, of course. And it's the full story of Gorillaz, their rise, hence the rise of the ogre. And it's all in there, for the fans and people who aren't fans, who will become fans, hopefully.
It's got all sorts of crazy stories. I haven't had a chance to read the entire thing because, as I mentioned, this is like 300 pages. It's got tons and tons of information about the Gorillaz and how they formed. You're
going to need to stay in, I think, quite a lot, Fish.
Yeah, I tried to read as much as I could last night, but it's just so much information in there. It's hard to all
have you tried reading it in bed? Because it's quite heavy, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, I have to keep it on the coffee table, man, and flip the pages on the coffee table.
You get a long sort of stick with a grabber on the end to sort of turn the pages.
Yes, sir.
You could do that anyway.
You can. So tell me what's going on with the Gorillaz. Now that you've got the book out, you have a DVD that's out. Are the Gorillaz, are they donezo? Because I've heard that they were breaking up.
Well, I don't know. It's we're just sort of hanging and just being really. We're just being, because it's been a bit of a roller coaster, the whole thing. So I'm quite tired, Fish.
Have you partaken in some of the dangers of the road?
Yeah, roads are very dangerous.
Living that life. You've been living that rock and roll lifestyle, Murdoc?
If you drive on the wrong side, it can be very dangerous. Yeah, I have. I'm living life to the full. I'm, burning the candle at both ends and in the middle. So, that's the way I like to live. What other way is there?
A laid-back lifestyle, that 9 to 5. Is that the Murdoc Nichols lifestyle, the 9 to 5? You ever see yourself doing that?
Oh, I'd love to do that. Get myself a little job in a little insurance company somewhere, maybe. Stand by the water cooler and talk about last night's telly.
What would you do with the inverted cross that you're always wearing?
That could be a problem.
They might make you tuck that underneath your shirt.
I would have to do that. I might sort of affect people's sensibilities or something. But whatever, each to their own. That's what I say.
The Gorillaz have had two very distinct phases in their existence. You had you had the first album, which you had Dan the Automator as your producer. For the second album, you had Danger Mouse. Now, have you guys had any plans for Phase 3? You have any idea what's going on?
I don't know what Phase 3 is going to be. There's a possibility that it might be some kind of a movie or something. That could be good. we might do something like that next, because we haven't done a movie. And
I talked about it though.
Yeah, we have talked about it, but I think this time, there could be something happening.
Any idea who would be directing that movie?
My personal favourite would be Cecil B. DeMille, but he's not around anymore. So actually there is another thought here, Fish.
What you got?
Well, I tell you what I got. I'm gonna lay it on you right now. Phase 3 could be a theme park.
A theme park?
What do you think of that? Gorilla rides.
It sounds cool to me. What would your ride be? Would you have a roller coaster? Would you have one of those drops?
No, it'd be a roller coaster. It'd have to be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, I just made that up.
That was just the Murdoc Nichols idea you just had pop in your head.
Yeah, I'm an ideas man. They come to me. So I thought I'd share that with you.
Well, that's why you're the leader.
Hey, you know it, Fish. I know it. It's just the other people we need to notify.
We're getting the word out there.
We get the word out there. I think me and you are cooking gas.
Now, if there is a movie, who would you like to see play you in the movie? Maybe you would star in it yourself, or is there any actors out there?
I think if Charlton Heston wasn't available, he'd be great, wouldn't he? I tell you who'd be great, Georgie Clooney.
George Clooney.
Big George Clooney, yeah, Big Georgie. I think he'd do a terrific job, with a bit of makeup and prosthetics. In your adventures, have you run into George Clooney while you're out living the life with the ladies? George and I, no, I've never met him. But Errol Flynn, he'd be if he was still around, if he hadn't kept injecting those oranges with vodka, he might be able to do it. But poor old Errol. What about you? Why don't you just step up and do it? I've never injected an orange with vodka in my life. No, man, I'm talking about in the movie. Oh, the movie, right? Yeah, I should play myself. Hey, there's an idea. There you go. I never thought of that, Fish. But yeah, there's a lot of people who could. Matt Damon, I suppose he'd be really good, wouldn't he? He could play me. He would be very intense. Yeah, actually, he would. He does intense very well. Yes. Matt. I tell you who else would be great? Jack Nicholson. You got a lot of people that could, Jack Nicholson could be Murdoc Nichols. I can see that. He's got the look. He's got the demonic sort of look. And I tell you who would be perfect, actually, now, would be Jack Black. Yes. A lot of different possibilities out there for you. We'd have to stretch him a little bit. Goodness gracious. Make him run around the lake a few times. We could tickle it in post. Yes. Tickle it in post-production. We just make him a bit longer. But I think the man's a fantastic performer. There's a lot of people. You know what, Fish? They'll be lining up to play me. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. When does this movie have? They have any timetable for this, or any timetable for any new music? Not really. No. But it's just something that's in sort of it's bubbling away there on the back burner. So let's hope it's on the front burner soon and in the oven. Right now on the front burner, you got the book though. Yeah, you got the right now we have, and we got a DVD out called Slow Boat to Hades, which is good. That's got lots of things on it, which fans would like, I think. Various things on there which people would get into, So. Have you gotten caught up in the whole MySpace? Have we got MySpace? Do you do that MySpace stuff? You do that? Yeah. Absolutely. What about it? Are you on it? Am I on it? I must be on there. Surely. Am I? I really don't know. There is a Gorillaz website though, as people should check out. Give us that website. The website is I think it's Gorillaz.com, isn't it? www.gorillaz.com. Yes, sir. Well, Murdoc Nichols, we thank you very much for spending some time with us on this Friday afternoon. What you got planned for the weekend? I think I might play some cricket tomorrow and some croquet maybe on Sunday, and I'll just generally going to put my feet up, and take it easy and just sort of contemplate my navel. Sometimes that's the best way to do it. Well, the book is out in stores now. Maybe I'll kick back with my feet up and read the Gorillaz Rise of the Ogre, which is out in stores now. Be careful how you pick it up, Fish. You could do your back. It's very heavy. Heavy. My hernia will be aggravated. Absolutely. Don't aggravate that hernia and get a grown-up to help you lift it. Thank you very much, Murdoc. Cheers, Fish. Peace out. Okay, happy swimming.